En bestselger har blitt enda bedre. Rekkevidde på inntil 484 kilometer. Ny Hyundai Kona Electric. Oppgradert og leveringsklar fra 309 900.
Luxury process here. Clothes get wet with a solvent, not with water as in washing. So our solvent here is hydrocarbon. Some people might call it organic because it comes from the earth. It's great and safe on clothes. Everyone thinks that it's a dry process and the clothes get hit with dry cleaning rays. It very much is a wet process just without water. So we use a solvent in this case,
guys,
and
remember,
that coupled
black
with
people
soap
can't marry white
and
people.
some mechanical action, we clean the clothes and then we remove the solvent from the clothes and dry the clothes. So the cycle's done. I'm gonna take it out. It's ready for pressing and it smells delicious. I'm gonna give this a quick inspection and then we'll go off to the pressing department. Come on. Need to make sure all the buttons are intact. Needs to make sure the lining is sewn. At this point, we'll remove any excess lint. It's gonna take a little trip. Pressing is nothing more than steaming the garment and then either blowing some air through it or vacuuming the steam out of it, which sets the press. That looks familiar. Simply scan the garment and wait for it to come out the other side. Once again, another set of eyes and final inspection. No lint, ball buttons, no threads, no stains, perfectly pressed, ready to go.
Nigga. I'm 100% nigga.
Secure the bombs. Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly.
말보다는 행동이
10 seconds. Counting. Located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action. Place device. Ready. Your location.
말보다는 행동이지.
Big tower. Going into attic.
Outside garage is here.
Op 4 found a bomb. You must defend it.
Inside.
Coming.
Kids bedroom.
One Op 4 remaining. Protect the bombs.
Why are you wasting fire?
Yes, why are you so fucking mad?
Alarm in place.
10 seconds to insertion. Down to 5 seconds.
Device placed.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Damn it.
Sending message. Magnet ready. Changing mag. They're here.
The bunker.
Very low, very low. Oh, behind the pillar. Guys, come back to side.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Ella, go back to side, you dumb faggot.
Friendly victorious. Hostiles eliminated. Protect the bombs.
Take some trouble.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault. Advised, a bomb location has been compromised.
Setting the welcome mat.
10 seconds remaining.
말보다는 행동이지.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Adding Overwatch.
We need to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb. Seconds to go. 5 seconds. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location. Bomb has been located. The diffuser is no longer in your possession. The diffuser has been recovered.
Laying down.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser. Op 4 neutralized.
Colossal, quick, and dangerous, this monstrous vehicle, part ship, part airplane, is on a beach by the Caspian Sea in the Republic of Dagestan. The Ekranoplan, or screen glider, was designed for military use, presumably against the West. Alagaji Abdulgalimov served as flight engineer on test flights for the wingship, or ground effect vehicle as they're generically known. Colloquially, this one is called the Caspian Sea Monster.
I operated the propulsion units from here. It's a great machine. Just incredible.
The first wingship was designed in the 1960s. It was meant to guard Russia's coastlines and fight enemy ships, while staying undetected by radar thanks to its low flight. This uses the ground effect, aerodynamic interaction with the surface beneath. The wings create just enough lift to carry the 380-ton giant a few meters above the water. But it never saw genuine service. 14 years after the Caspian Sea Monster's launch, the Soviet Union collapsed, and test flights were ended.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected. Down to 5 seconds.
Test is ready.
You must protect your bombs from being defused by Op 4.
Sensor activated.
Hardly words. There are plans to use the Ekranoplan to carry passengers, because it didn't need long runways or airports.
Abdulgalimov's devoted 14 years of his life to the Ekranoplan. He logged a bit more than 500 hours of flight time, which he says is not much for a professional test pilot, but the flights were anything but easy. Something always went wrong. The prototype had only been built for test flights.
We had various firefighting protocols in the event of an accident. But to be honest, we never once had to use them.
Today, the Caspian Sea Monster stands near Derbent, a 2-hour drive from Abdulgalimov's home. The now retired flight engineer is proud to have been the only Dagestani on the team of Soviet researchers. Hardly any photos remain from his time with them. After all, it was a top-secret Soviet military project.
I was the only non-party member they took on. All the other co-workers were communists. When the head of our test pilots division found out about that, he was shocked. How could a non-party member have become a crew member?
Today, party membership means nothing. The country Alagaji Abdulgalimov was so proud of, the Soviet Union, is history. And the colossal wing ship is destined to serve as an attraction in Patriot Park, a tourist site planned on the Caspian Sea coast.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Nikolai, ready! Test active, ready to engage. Test online!
10 seconds to insertion. Now barrage is attempting to defuse the bomb.
Test deployed! Engine dead! Impact out! Test online!
Located a bomb. You know what to do. Located by Op 4.
You eat your way!
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Загубленная тематика.
Everything is ruined.
Труд многих
The work of so many designers and engineers.
инженеров. Хорошо, что его
But at
оставили.
least it's still standing here.
К тому, чтобы его разрезать на металлолом.
There was talk about dismantling it for scrap.
Надеюсь, молодежь поймет.
I hope it'll help young people understand what fantastic technology we had and what a great country.
Разработала. Вот. И хотя бы немного.
Humanity has never seen such strange natural phenomena before. Giant craters appearing in the Yamal Peninsula. One after another.
Вот, да-да-да, вот ты прям по границе бьешь.
Слушайте, я что-то не полезу.
Должен быть осевой след.
This one appeared in 2020. How
Fixing my evil eye!
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
Hey, loading flag! Reloading on ammo!
10 seconds remaining.
often? And where will new craters appear? How dangerous are they for humans?
Мама моя.
Его называют номер 17. Доказано, что вот 17.
For example, if I want, I can turn it, slows down, as they say. So, you're thinking it's unfilled, lots of stuff to excite your inner child. But there's nothing here for the enthusiastic motorist. Not so fast, because what I'm going to do now is... Sweet Jesus! That really is properly ludicrous. 100 miles an hour. 105, 110, 112, the Audi's coming. But not fast enough! That is astonishing. Small wonder this thing is fitted with my favourite mode of them all, celebration mode. There we are. All I have to do now is put it in park, get out and lock the doors. What's this? Sensible 51 miles between charges. But in my experience, electric cars never do the range that...
How extensive is your experience, Jeremy?
How many electric cars have you driven?
2.
Ah.
Both of them failed to do the range that the manufacturer said they would do. Because it depends on temperature, it depends on a million things. And anyway...
As you've said, legally, we need to make very clear, it depends. It depends on the conditions. Yes. Most people are not driving like a maniac like you.
I'm not. I'm doing 34 miles an hour.
At the moment.
But so that we're clear, we completely accept that this car can do 351 miles between charges, don't we?
I don't know, I haven't tried it.
Well, I think we should accept that if that's what Tesla says and we don't have any evidence to the contrary.
What, you just take what a car manufacturer says as being gospel?
Well,
Vauxhall says its cars are exciting.
I wouldn't wish to contradict them on television unless we had strong evidence to the contrary.
Suggesting a claim of a manufacturer is untrue is not where we're going to go today, is it?
All right then, batteries.
It's a sight and a sound that never gets old. The world's fastest cars twisting and turning through the streets of one of its most picturesque cities. Each year, a country that's smaller than New York's Central Park builds a world-class street circuit that spans a third of its length.
You must recover the diffuser. The diffuser is now secured. Bomb has been located.
Frag grenade out. Changing him out! Changing him out!
And sees its population grow by more than 500% overnight. It's an incredible feat of logistics, engineering and temporary construction that requires some serious planning and patience. This is how the world's second smallest nation becomes a racetrack. The Monaco Grand Prix is an event that turns an entire country on its head. From the resurfacing of roads to the construction of stands, barriers, entire media centres, and the small matter of some 200,000 people arriving in a city that's normally home to 38,000, it's one of the most impactful sporting events there is. First held in 1929, the event made its Formula One debut in 1950 and has since become a staple of the World Championships, appearing on every season's calendar since 1955, apart from in 2020, of course, when almost everything fun was cancelled. The overall layout of Monaco's track has changed very little over the years. It's a small country and there's not much else you could do. Outside of the Grand Prix, the route's used as a public road, and keeping that up to FIA regulations is a serious job. Prior to each year's racing, about a third of the 3.3km circuit is planed and resurfaced, removing any deformations that could impact drivers on what's already considered to be one of F1's most challenging routes. It runs along some of the country's main thoroughfares, so these works and the line repainting are carried out largely at night, in sections, and over a 3-week period. With the track established, things start to move up a gear with the construction of the temporary facilities, about 6 weeks out from the racing. Much of this is prefabricated away from site, reducing the setup time in Monaco itself. Relying on a team of highly skilled full-time engineers to keep on track, some 600 trucks carry grandstands, pit garages, barriers, footbridges and more into the country, completely transforming it. While the pit facilities in Monaco are only temporary structures, they're no less high-tech than those at permanent circuits. Arriving in 120 different sections, these modules are lifted into place by crane and assembled over just 14 days, creating 450 square metres of space for each of the 12 teams across 3 floors, divided into mechanical, technical and hospitality sections. With limited open space along the circuit, the majority of the seating is located along the waterfront of Port Hercule, with smaller stands located at key positions like the Monte Carlo Casino and the entrance of the tunnel section near Portier Cove. Of course, boats, rooftops and the terraces of surrounding hotels and restaurants all act as VIP sections for fans. The circuit's official capacity is 37,000, making it the smallest of any in Formula One. But Monaco's unique landscape gives thousands of people views of the track, and it has a much larger non-ticketed audience than the other Grand Prix events. In a normal year, around 200,000 people come into the country for the Grand Prix, and 100,000 attend the final Sunday. With so many spectators near the track, over 20,000 square metres of safety mesh and more than 21 kilometres of safety railing are installed to protect the public, buildings and the drivers. While the pandemic's forced some countries to hold their Grand Prix without spectators, Monaco is allowing 40 to 50% of ticketed seats to be sold, marking the biggest return to capacity since the disrupted 2020 season. To keep the country connected while the race is on, a maze of footbridges and gangways is installed. Then 670 event marshals are brought in to help coordinate the nearly 3,000-strong team that it takes to pull off the event. The organisers work hard to minimise disruption as far as possible, and access to the circuit is largely unrestricted. It's only completely closed to pedestrians and traffic between 5:30 AM and 7:30 PM on race days. That's a major break with other circuits like Singapore and Melbourne, which remain closed for the duration of the event. After the racing, everything's cleared away again and the country returns to its more peaceful self. With its global reach, a place on Formula One's calendar is a highly sought-after prize, and some emerging markets have managed to edge out smaller ones over the years. Despite its size, Monaco's unique blend of history, prestige and atmosphere has seen it attain a near untouchable.
located a bomb. Make your way to its location.
Status in the world of racing, all enabled by an incredible team of construction workers and engineers who pull off this amazing.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
After it's,
well, there's a sight for sore eyes.
Heavens. Is that a GT3 or a GT4 tractor, John?
I would say it's probably a Lamborghini tractor. But maybe he realises that it wasn't an event for tractors, it was an event for GT3 cars.
Didn't Porsche start off making tractors? Well, there are Porsche tractors.
Desirable and extremely collectible.
Yes.
Now he's weaving around, coming down the straight. I think the race director should give him a penalty for weaving unnecessarily.
Get clear!
Here he goes again, and he's
track.
weaving around. What is he doing? Confusion reigns.
It's quite a sight in a GT car, I think, with a tractor towering over you as it leans towards you. So, yes.
Clear the blast area!
B is clear.
You located a bomb. Seconds.